Going through the log today, there's nothing particularly noteworthy on the log to go through. Just a burglary report, just a standard report, no arrests on that at all. Disorderly conduct, disorderly subjects, they're all reports. Frauds, there was a couple identity thefts, a couple involving Bitcoin or cryptocurrency type stuff, but no arrests on those. Indecent exposure was a report. Larcenies were a couple car hoppings and also some shopliftings. Narcotics, nothing of any weight. Sex offenses, no arrests on those. Did have a few stolen vehicles, just 4 reports on that. And a couple vandalisms, nothing noteworthy. Does anybody have any questions on the log at all today?
Are you guys seeing an increase in like the car hoppings and the car thefts just over the last few weeks? I've kind of just seemed to have heard about it more and seen it more on the internet.
There has been, I don't have specific statistics on it, but there has been a frequency of some car hoppings going on. We have had a few of those going on. And they've been all over the city. There's no specific location I can say that they're happening more than the other. Our stolen vehicle numbers are down though, it seems like. And I know the chief presented at the meeting there on Tuesday talking about how our numbers overall for the year are down quite a bit. So, but as far as recently, this seems pretty much normal stolen vehicle reports on that. Questions on that at all? All right, along those lines, I just want to touch on a social media campaign that we're starting here. It's just kind of a simple thing that we're going to do starting in October here with some attention to having people turn on the lights of their houses and lock their cars. This kind of came about with a discussion with one of the community leaders during National Night Out. She had brought up some information to one of our community resource officers about why not have the police department get some information out there about lighting up your house. Turning the lights on in your house, whether inside or outside. Just a little simple action like that can be something that may prevent a theft or a burglary from taking place. So what our decision was to do was to take the lighted up portion, and I'll compare or give it with the lock it up too. So light it up, lock it up is something we're gonna be rolling out here. Just a couple social media posts starting in October. And what we've seen in our experience is that the majority of burglaries and car thefts and larcenies from cars involve unlocked doors. We've hammered it home for years. I know it's a kind of a repetitive message we've done for a long time, but we're just looking to do whatever we can to get a little more information out there, whether it's a fancy graphic that somebody designed for us that just talks about taking a few minutes to turn your lights on at night and lock your doors to your house and lock your cars. Even if one person does that, that's a success in our mind. You know, we're looking to try to get at least one person to do it. So I think we get that out there, just a reminder here and there, and somebody might see that and say, all right, I gotta make sure I lock my doors, because we see, I talked about in briefing the other day, we had 2 guns stolen from unlocked cars. So it's still happening. And I understand we want to be a trusting community and not always have to lock our doors or our houses, but there are people out there that are taking advantage of unlocked doors for cars and houses. So a couple extra minutes here and there will be something that just to lock it up and light it up. Or actually light it up and lock it up is what it's supposed to be. If you have it like that, then you'll be all right. Hopefully that'll be something that people can remember, something that people can do, and just take a couple extra seconds to take care of that. Through the next couple months, so we'll change that message. We'll start with light it up, lock it up. We'll probably vary that in November with something else, maybe something involving the theft of guns coinciding with hunting season wrapping up. And the thought is in December we'll do something involving maybe package thefts or something like that, because we see those tend to rise around the holiday season with gifts being stolen off people's front porches and other locations. Some tips on how to prevent that kind of stuff too. Questions on that? All right, and as I've done the last few weeks, I'll touch on this week's crime of the week. This went out today. This is involving a storage unit burglary that happened near 22nd and South Van Epps Avenue, a little after midnight on the 25th of September. The investigation in this case found that unknown suspects had forced their way into a locked storage unit. Once inside, they stole numerous household goods which had been stored inside the unit. The report did state that a security guard from a local security company arrived on scene and was able to see the suspects fleeing before the police arrived. The suspect in this case was described as a male wearing a plaid jacket. The total loss in the case involving property and damage was approximately $1,000. So again, CrimeStoppersSiouxEmpire.com is where that information is at. If anybody has any tips on that or any other cases that are on there as far as unsolved cases, please take a couple minutes to look into that, and maybe you can help somebody solve the case. Or provide some information that can give us a path to getting somebody charged with this crime. Anything else? All right, thanks. Have a good day.